Hello everybody and welcome to JSmith takes a quick look at Game Dev Tycoon. This is a game developed by Greenlight Games and released on their website in late April of 2013, so not too long ago. I was first introduced to this game on the Northern Lions Super Show and I thought it was pretty amazing, so I decided to try it out myself. So in Game Dev Tycoon, if you are unfamiliar, we take a role of a basement, read garage dweller, who is faced with the monumental task of creating games and basically not being poor, which is the closest thing to real life this game could be. Anywho, I played a bit of the actual game, pre-recording, but I only made it to the NES type of console before ultimately failing and losing my garage to EA. I have no idea. So let's try this again from the top. I'm gonna click anywhere to continue, and I'm gonna start out with my quick look at thing, and so I'm gonna make a new game. I'm gonna skip the tutorials, but basically, we're gonna go through an entire game development cycle. We're gonna release the game. But even before that, we're gonna, make sure it's fine, doesn't have any bugs, and we're gonna release it and hopefully get some money from it. So that's basically it in a nutshell. There's all sorts of little bits and little extras that we're going to be learning along the way, such as, contracts and about fans and about the reviews. But let's skip the tutorial and head right into it. Welcome to Game Dev Tycoon. In this business simulation, I've been transported back in time to start your very own game development company right at the beginning of the PC revolution. Viva PC Master Race. In the next 30 years, you can build your dream company, create best-selling games, gain fans, and become the leader of the market. Okay, that sounds good to me. Before you start your adventure, you have to give your upcoming company a name. Excuse me. So, instead of company name, we are going to be, Docking Parade. Sounds like a good name for me. And player name, obviously, JSmith. There's a few customization options, very, very few, I should say. So I could be a boy or I could be a girl, and I can change my hair color, and there's an Asian man, and there is a black man, and then there is a ginger, a blondie, and I guess just a regular old Joe. I'll be the regular old Joe. Going through the shirts, I don't see too many hipster plaid, which is unfortunate, so I'm just gonna rock old red over here. Continue on. I'm gonna choose this slave slot over my old one, so quick look. Okay, if you ever want to review the tutorial messages, all you have to do is hit help in the options menu. Sounds good to me. Let's go. Congratulations, you just started your very own game development company. At the moment of your office is in the garage and you are the only employee, but don't worry, many successful businesses have started this way. Of course. So, what I'm going to do is click OK. Let's start developing your first game. Close this message. Click anywhere on the screen to bring up the action menu. So the action menu that I have right now is kind of small. I can only develop a new game. So I will do that. Game 1, let's pick, I think, I kind of want to make just like a Pong type game. So for that, Pong is a very simple title. So let's, I need a very simple title to, kind of go against that. So let's just call it Doc. One syllable, and it just catches your attention immediately. So I'm gonna pick a topic. Pong was kind of a sports game, more so than military, medieval, and space, unless the black background was actually space. You know what? Yeah, let's just do sports. Pick a genre. This is going to be a strategy game. Sports strategy. That's where we're going with this, and pick a platform. The G64, F that, man. PC Master Race all the way. Next, to continue, it's not going to be text-based. We're going to invest $10,000 to upgrade to 2D graphics and start our development cycle. In our development cycle, we have these different stages. So, depending on how far I slide these sliders up, that's how long I'm going to take to actually do these research and development. And the area at the bottom is basically almost like a pie chart without being a pie chart of a preview of all the resources I'm spending. So engine, I'm not too worried with. Gameplay, I want it to be really good. In story quests, I don't want it to be too much or too robust, but still I have to consider when I spend development stages on this, it's going to carry over, and there's actually different levels that I'll be able to reach in the end game. So I'm going to maybe just make this, they're kind of like halfway, almost halfway, but the main focus for Doc is obviously the gameplay. And maybe unlike Pong, Dock will just, instead of like the two things facing each other, these guys will actually just, be kind of colliding in the middle somewhere. Sports dialogues, they don't need very much dialogue except, hey, are you docking me? And the other person's like, yes, and that's it. Level design, I want good level design. If you're playing by yourself, which, let's face it, if you're playing Dock, you're probably playing it by yourself. Or with, you might have a close friend too, but I do want the AI to be good. So it's like you're actually docking someone who's not there. Press OK to continue, and as you can see on this slider up here, the artificial intelligence is researching, and finally, development stage 3. World design, I probably don't need very much. Graphics, I want to be the best, and sound is also very important to me as well. So the time allocation, sound, graphics, world design, but we're going to continue and see how well I do with this. So I wonder if there's actually a DeLorean under here, and if I can, take that back in time if this ever goes bad. So what I'm doing right now is just putting more points into design terminology or technology and everything like that, just to make it more robust, and also working out any of the kinks that I might have. Seems like it's about done, and there's no other orbs floating up to the top to help me out along my way. So hit OK, finished my game. Here's all the research points that I was talking about a little bit earlier. So hopefully all of these will go well with each other. Sports strategy games haven't been always the greatest thing in the world, but without any bugs, and I feel pretty okay. First game is just called Dock. Let's just release it. Let's see what the fans say about Dock. I'm running low on cash, only 34k left. First reviews for a newly released game have come in. So I have a 4, which is uninspiring. Yeah, I can see that. I have a 4, which is, it's informed gamers, meh. 5, there you go. Game hero, you are my hero. And let's see what last but certainly not least is all games give me a 6. I'm gonna just load my games with like $100 bills and send them all to all games. Focus on gameplay served this game very well. Fantastic, great. So Docking Parade, a newcomer in the game industry, has just released a first game Dock. The game has moderate response from reviewers. We are curious to what Docking Parade will deliver in the future. Can't wait for that. So with the release of my game, I'm going to start, building units and shipping them out. Dock sold 3,122 units in its first week on the market. That's pretty impressive for a no-name guy in his garage, I think. Just being able to get his game out there prior to the internet being even in existence. So kudos to me, I feel. 8K for monthly cost, that's a lot of money. And Dock was so successful that we now have 11 fans. 11 people like Docks. That's basically JSmithOTI's channel in a nutshell. So I have 5, and before I continue on, I want to click. I should have maybe kept on the tutorials to kind of give you guys an idea of what the hell I'm doing. But I'm going to click, and now I have the ability to see my game history, but also the ability to research with the research points that I gathered through the creation of my first game. So what I'm going to do here is going to use 10 of my research points, or RP, as I say, doing actual air quotes that you cannot see. So new topic. In early game history, I know that fantasy was a big thing, so I'm definitely going to research fantasy here. I'm going to take a little while. Hopefully, the success of Dock will keep coming, keep the ability to sustain itself, and give me more cash along the way, so I can continue my development of new games. I have successfully researched a new topic of fantasy, so what I will do with that is begin developing a new game. So Game 2, I want to continue. I want to use fantasy, and so fantasy games, we'll just call this Nick's Goblin. So in Nick's Goblin, we're going to pick a topic. We're going to pick fantasy. Picking a genre, we want, a fantasy RPG. That sounds pretty appropriate. And then we're going to pick a platform. Again, we are going to stick with, development cost this is maybe what I should have been leaning towards, that might have led to my success earlier on. So 43 against 56.9, but it's also $15,000 in development costs. You know what? Let's try it out. Let's try doing it for the G64. So total cost of this game is going to do 30K right now. I'm going to keep the 2D graphics. So let's start that development, and we'll see what I can do. And since I already researched 2D graphics, it's not going to make me spend all that money again to research it, for the second time. So Nick's fantasy. I kind of want to research everything to the maximum potential here. It's gonna take a while, but I'm still floating pretty good on the dock sales. So hopefully this will turn out well. I'm kind of putting all of my eggs in the opening basket here. So we'll see how well that fares me. Dialogues are important in fantasy. Level design, artificial intelligence is not that important. But I'm not going to put that to the top. I'm going to leave that a little bit to be desired. You know, so people like cheats and people like being able to complete games. So let's just keep that kind of like that playing ground. 23 research points still on the way. I have $46,000 in cash, and I should be heading. Oh, game off the market. Excuse me. Dock is now off the market. Sold almost 10,000 units and has generated me $66,000 in sales, more than enough to help me develop this next game. So with 27 research points, world design is very important. Graphics, not that important, but I want to research that anyways to get to level 2. And with 46.8, I think I'm able to kind of float on that for a while. So let's hit OK and see what happens here. So all the design elements, all the technology elements, all the those all need to be higher, so I don't, kind of waste resources. Recent market studies showed that the Govador is steadily outselling competitors in the PC sector, which is great for me because that's what I'm doing. Consumers prefer the lower price, greater availability, and the flexible hardware configuration of your home computer. So I might have done well here. Before I hit OK, I have 0 bugs and good design and technology. So I'm going to hit OK. Experts say this might spell the ending of competing hardware manufacturers. I'm going to wait till one more orb comes up, maybe. Oh no, it's a bug! Okay, so I gotta wait until the bugs are gone. Alright, there we go. So, 8K in monthly costs. So, I gotta hopefully... experience game, new topic, new combo, and a great combo. So, when you make games that kind of, you know that are successful, so in this kind of regard, I did a fantasy RPG. Fantasy RPGs have been successful in the past, especially early in game development cycles, early in the game development history. So, I kind of had an idea that would sell well. So hopefully that will reflect on the sales, and let's release this game. So I'm down to $25,800, which I gotta hope for these reviews to come in, man. I don't think my 30 fans are gonna buy all the the pieces of this game. So still a 5 out of Star Games. They're kind of docking me here. 5 from Informed Gamer, which is 2 above the original one, and 5 from Game Hero, which wasn't that less than what I had before? I don't even know. So 5s all around. Not the greatest game. I was really hoping for more. But maybe the G64 had a flooded market, and maybe there's some high quality games that my game just failed to, kind of get out there. So Nick's Goblin, I don't know. It's like a boy in his boy in his blob. So Nick's Goblin, I should have did like Nick's Noblin. Ew, it's kind of weird. Anyways, I finished Nick's Goblin. I'm impressed by your talent. I finally get contract work. And so contract work is basically work I do outside of game development to help me research, but at a cost. And so if all goes well and I'm able to, debug and make designs for these outside marketers, I get research points and I get money. But there's always that chance that I'm going to fail, and that obviously takes away from my overall cash, and these people won't give me contracts for another 6 months. So I'm kind of wary about that, especially with my current money, but 43.9, that's not bad. We're going to... Oh, third week almost rivaled the first week, so maybe it is catching on. I'm back up to 71.4K, which is great. I like that. Let's see what kind of contract work I do have. So contracts are a useful tool to earn some extra cash when your balance is low. It can also be useful to generate a small number of research points. You have to decide carefully of what contract that you accept, or else that you're gonna fail and owe money. So in 3 weeks I have to debug 4 things and also design 8 things with a payout of 14,000 with a penalty of 5,000. 3 weeks is kind of a short time frame to do that, but it's not too bad. That's only, 12 research points. I might be able to do that. 3 weeks for this, no way in butts, and no way at all. So, for sprite sheet software, I think I might be able to do this. Let's give it a shot. So I got to get both of these. I have to get the 8 down to 0, and I have to get the 4 down to 0. Japanese company Nintendo is planning to launch its own home console, aka the Nintendo as we all know it. So let's hit OK. And many industry experts doubt. So this is like the whole life cycle. This is going from like old PCs, Commodore 64s, all the way up to new console and handheld generations. So we are going to hit OK and see what kind of, hopefully I can surpass this contract, or at least achieve it. 3, 2, I should be able to get it. Not too much of a problem anyways. So nice job, 14,000 right into the account. Thank you very much. Jason here, just got word from the client that the contract was completed. Excellent work. I usually have new contracts every 6 months. Check back sometime. I will surely do that. For now, I'm going to research a new topic. Werewolves is a good topic. Sci-fi is a great topic, I feel. Pirates. Butt pirates. You see what I did there? Butt pirates could be a good adventure game, I feel. More so than a lot of these other ones. So, sci-fi adventure could be cool too. But let's do a pirate game. So I'm going to start research on that. Hopefully coasting off of Nick's Goblin. 90.4. This is going to be the last game of this quick look. I just kind of want to see you guys. I at least want to see maybe the Nintendo. I'm not going to research on that because it costs $80,000 just to get, you know, the dev, like the development costs up for that. And that's what really screwed me over for the first playthrough. So I successfully researched topic pirate. So what I'm going to do now is develop a new game. I'm going to call this, yeah, let's just call this, actually, you know what, let's call this Wreck-It Ohm. Although, I'm not sure what he's doing wrecking ohms on a pirate ship, but he's a wild dude. Who knows what the hell's going on with this guy. Pick a topic. We're going to do pirate. I said we're going to do pirate. Thank you. Pick the genre. Strategy adventure. Pirate adventure games seem fun, and let's do it again on the G64. So $30,000 to make this game again, starting with 85, which I think that was around the same that I had. I have 69 fans, by the way. I can't make this up, people. Start development, and maybe we'll get somewhere. Nick Goblin is off the market. Sold almost 10,000 units, which is basically how much I sold with the 69. I'm so good at this. 69,000 sales. That is a lot. So let's hit OK, and let's start making a game. So I'm gonna bring these a little bit down, you know, mostly due to development costs. So let's just research these to almost their max potential. Story quests, I kind of want that all the way up. Gameplay I need up to. Engine I'm not too concerned about, since I guess I already have one, maybe? I don't know. But that's what I'm going with right now. Hopefully the story and the dialogues are probably going to be important as well. Level design, all these are super important to video games. How can you not have one? So let's just continue this. And so I think it really goes off of what my level design, you know, attributes are to begin with. So this is only going to help me, you know, reach the next level of all of these things. And so I do anticipate of reaching level 2 for a lot of these at some point in my life. Hopefully sooner rather than later, so I can make better games. Ninvento has confirmed recent rumors and announced to release their home gaming console called TES early next year. Console-based cartridge games with a controller. I'm going to have to research a lot of those different things like controller support and so forth and so on. World design, maybe not so much. Graphics need to be good, especially for these older type of games. And sound, it's, you know, it's visually, I think it needs a little bit more than sound design, at least in this point in my development stages. Maybe that's not true, maybe that's my fatal flaw of the game, but we'll see how well I do. I gotta debug this for a little while, make sure I have 0. And sometimes he throws an extra one. There we go. So yeah, get some of that in there. So 12 design, 10 technology. Let's end this. 0 bugs. New record for the most technological thing I've done. And gameplay is now leveling up. Story quest levels up. Dialogues leveled up. Level design is leveled up. Artificial intelligence was so close. World design was so close. Graphics are good. Sound is good. And I just barely am not able to level up. So let's release this final game. and hopefully get some good things. 69 fans, I can't get over that. The first reviews for our new release game, Wreck-It Ohm, came in. And 6 is good. 6 is good. I like it. Star Games. And come on, fingers crossed. 7, yes, Pirate Adventure is a great combination. I totally agree. 5 falls a bit short from Game Hero. Come on, you guys were my bros back in the day. And All Game says it could have been more. So Informed Gamer, I like you guys a lot, giving me a 7. Let's close this. Let's see how well first week reports pour in, and we'll see how it goes from there. First week's $30,000. Second week's $22,000 and 17 fans, so over 100 fans. And Wreck-It Ohm achieved company sales record with over 10,000 units sold. Yes! Good job, Ohm. You are the ace in my hole. What? That doesn't make any sense. It kind of does. Kind of does. It's an important milestone in the history of Talking Parade. I agree. And on that bombshell, thank you all very much for taking a look at Game Dev Tycoon. If you guys like this video, definitely go and consider supporting the game itself and buying it. You could find it over at Greenlight Games. I'll have a link in the description, of course. It's currently not on Steam right now, but if you have a Windows phone, you can take a look at that as well. I'm going to be linking to the Steam Greenlight, so if you want to see this more, if you want to see it on Steam in the future, you'll be able to give that the old thumbs up and go on from there. So that's Game Dev Tycoon in a nutshell. So thank you all very much for watching. If you want to see more of this, definitely show me some love in the comments, because as I kind of go and I reiterate for a lot of these quick looks, if you want to see more of this game, if you want to see, just let me know in the comments section. Like the video, tell your friends, show your own support in your own way. But yeah, I really kind of gauge interest based on the comments and feedback that I receive, so definitely consider doing that. Furthermore, follow me on Twitter at JSmithOTI, and then after that you can definitely support some live stream action at twitch.tv/JSmithOTI, where every once in a while, once in a bluish moon, JSmith will do a 52-hour live stream and then post VODs of that live stream for weeks to come. So make sure you look forward to those. Thank you all. Go support indie developers, neighborly, onwards and so forth. I love you guys. You take care of yourselves, and I will check you next time. Later.